right story. It was like the Berlin Wall. I don't know why I could remember it, but it's more like change. So like I feel like they were giving me this information, but at the time I felt like they were trying to warn me there's a lot of change coming, a lot of social change and things. The main messages I was getting were there was nothing to fear. Like things are going to look scary, but you're okay, because it's really weird. I kept getting this, I kept pulling cards on it, and I would get this one card from my Moonology deck. You and your loved ones are safe. But what's really funny, weird, is I went to go pull that card out to show it here, and it was the very first card. Like, so I feel like I wasn't like, I didn't really get last fall what it, what they were warning me, like, because sometimes like things that that the way they're presented in the media and stuff, sometimes we can get into fear mode, like worry, like what's going to happen. But so I felt like at the time maybe I was supposed to warn about like, oh, there's going to be a lot of changes, but I didn't get it. Like I did make videos. Actually, I deleted them now, but it wasn't really what I thought they were about. Like I didn't realize it was about this Pluto return and all the change that was going to happen. So I feel like this is a main message still, is that's why I'm making these videos, is to explain, like, because I'm going to pull cards to explain the destruction. Like we are like going through a much needed change, but you're going to be safe through this process. Okay. I know I'm a fixed sign and I don't like change. I actually fear change unless I'm the one who's like instilling like I'm the one who's like putting the change, like enacting the change. But when change is forced upon me, it's very difficult for me. So I think a lot of people can see all these crazy things. I was just talking about it with my daughter. We can see all these crazy things, and it just, I don't know, in the world. But I feel like out of the darkness comes the light. Like I feel like we've been oppressed for so long that this change is, while it's going to be difficult and it may have a spinning, I feel like we're going to be able to rebuild the structures that are faulty. Okay. So then let me see what after that. So I talked about those. So then I didn't get anything else until just the other day. I was making a video about like, but I thought it was about just individual people, but it was mostly about like, how we see ourselves and how we're going to be like, we aren't going to like worry about society anymore. We're going to show our true selves. But I kept getting like, after that I posted the video, I kept getting more about like racial, like, people deserve to be respected no matter, color, sex, whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever their beliefs are. Like, I feel like maybe there was more to that video than I realized, because I got this song right after, and this song has been, usually if a song follows me or like I keep thinking about it, I'm supposed to get a message out of it. And I got the song, that's It's Just the Way It Is by Bruce Hornsby. It's an older song. But that song is about complacency. So I feel like these are where the big changes are coming. So complacency, status quo, narrow-mindedness, and things like seeing things but never changing them or not feeling like you can change them. I feel like I keep getting status quo a lot, because even the cards that I pulled out, a couple of them have to do with like status quo, you know what I mean? Being in denial. And also a word that keeps stalking me is complicit. So I don't know, it's weird, but like are we complicit when we watch things happen? I don't know. I know sometimes we feel like we can't watch or we can't do change. Like we can't participate. Like nothing we do is going to really help. Like how am I supposed to, I'm one person. How am I supposed to like do anything about it? But then are we complicit if we just sit around and watch it happen? Do you know what I mean? So hold on. So a song, that's just the way it is. If you just, I had to go, you know, I've loved this song forever. Um, like, but I never really like listened to looked at the lyrics and like got down, like I already got some of the overall, but if you just like some of the lyrics, standing in line, making time, waiting for the welfare dime, because they can't buy a job. The man in the silk suit hurries by as he catches the old poor lady's eyes just for fun. He says, get a job. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. That's just the way it is. But don't you believe them? And then like, hey little boy, you can't go where they go because you don't look like they do. Hey old man, how can you stand to think that way? Did you really think about it before you made the rules? You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know, like it's difficult also to change people's mindsets, but it talks about the civil rights, you know, laws that were passed in 64. Like sometimes I feel like, are those really kind of an allusion to like to let me get my thoughts together here. You know, I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of illusion that we're really going to be seeing things, um, seeing how things truly are and motives behind them. All right, so I have this. So what I decided to do was, since I have all this information, I was getting it all, maybe I should do a video. So I'm trying to look for the box. I have this dark mirror. I've been really drawn to this for the past 2 weeks. I've had this deck for like a couple of years now, maybe a year, I don't know. But, and all of a sudden, I've just wanted to use it a lot. So the cards, so these are the things that we're being, I feel like, liberated from, okay, forgetting oneself. I think that was actually one of the cards I pulled in the video I was talking about earlier, that, and then addicted. So for me, this is addicted to suffering, and then colorless angel. So those are the things, and I'll just like, I wrote down, so 2 of these cards are denial, and then one of them is depression. So, so this card is like, so kind of like numbing yourself to feel better, going with the status quo, denying oneself, wanting to make change, but being afraid. So I feel like, so this Pluto, so this card right here, this is change that you can't stop. So I feel like this is where we are right here, like these cards, but the universe is coming in and it's going to make change because, I don't know, we're too oppressed or we just don't feel like we can make change. So the universe is coming in and the changes are coming whether we like them or not. Okay. And then the addicted, so addicted to suffering, freedom is an illusion, and losing the will to fight, okay, because we're being oppressed so much that we just want to distract ourselves. Actually, that's what this colorless angel is. Let's see. It's better to not feel rather than to feel the pain. Apathy is, here's some of the things I just wrote down. You cannot be saved unless you face the dragon. So there is something that we're going to have to face. We're not going to be able to not face it anymore. We're going to see it. It's going to be right in our faces. We're going to have to make the changes. We're going to have to come together in some way and fight and make change. But this is like, I don't know. I got this thing like see how this guy, I don't know, there's a dark horse right here, and like it's almost like he's running around like free. The darkness is running around free, but it's oppressing us. Like, look at how depressed she feels. Like, I don't know, it's just a weird thing I got off that card. Um, yeah, actually, that last card I wrote down a quote out of the book. It says, "Apathy is the crown king of nothingness and shining queen of whatever." So I feel like that's what, you know, that song is. It's just the way it is. There's nothing I can do to make it change. So this is like Colorless Angels. So we kind of like distract ourselves with what we can to numb ourselves to like, because we don't want to look at all the like oppression in the world. And all right, so then I pulled cards on like, so what is this like going to free us up from? And then I have failure, so judgment, failure, and perseverance. So like maybe feeling like we're just getting by, like so we can live a better life. So it's going to free us up so that we can live a better life rather than just getting by. Like I feel like it's going to be like judging others, because I got judgment here. It even says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So like maybe being more open-minded to others' beliefs and their struggles. So failure, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So yeah, we're definitely going to learn some, I feel like, hard lessons in the next couple of years, but just think of the bigger picture. I just keep getting over and over, like out of the darkness comes the light. I feel like things are going to be restructured. I even got, this is weird. So today I did a video on TikTok, and I got Warrior of the Heart and Medicine Bag, but then like these popped into my head when I started thinking about all this. And actually this is about like gathering your resources, because there's going to be a fight. Okay, you're going to have to be a warrior. So this is about, also this is about being impeccable with your actions. Like no matter what other people are doing, you need to do the right thing. Okay, so I don't know, I felt like these were important too. All right, so what I'm going to do is pull cards on actually I had already done this. Like I feel like so I'm going to pull cards, but I pull cards to test it out. But I feel like we are going to, I honestly feel like these two came out, and it, to me, I got, we are going to wake up to the illusion of independence here. But I'm going to pull more. So how is this going to be broken down here? How is this going to be broken down? Oh, that's crazy. You know what I just noticed? That card I had, the Ten of Swords. And then look at all the swords in this card. So this is basically like the Ten of Swords here. So yeah, we're going to have more freedom. Hold on. Ooh, I'm getting, so this has a vulture in it. So the vultures actually come in. You know, some of us may think that the vultures are kind of gross, but if you think about it, they actually clean things. They clean things up. Okay, like they go in and they kind of clean the body. You know what I mean? Like if they have a corpse or something on the road, or they clean the decay. So there's a cleansing coming that's going to allow more freedom here. Yeah, this keeps coming in the same position because I already had this. So this is basically, these are the same card here. It's just different. So we may have like some sort of freedom in thinking, because I was just drawn to how he's like pointing to the brain there. So this is like being broken down. I know I said how it was going to be broken down, but they're giving me more of like how it's going to be rebuilt. So we are, oh, actually, also, it could be broken down the money as far as like financial systems, corporations, because I'm just like getting this. This is about money, and then see all the jewels there. And then I don't know, this is me like a corpse coming out of the, so maybe there's going to be something with, because Capricorn is about finances. So financial systems, probably greed of corporations. There's going to be some sort of freedom from that. Let me see. What else? But what it is it's building. So we're going to be able to build a brand new foundation that's really stable. There's going to be a fight, though. It's not going to be easy. Because look at this. So I feel like we're going to fight for our freedom. Because this is about, for me, the Fool is about freedom. It's about like taking a risk. Okay, so I feel like there is going to be a fight. It's not going to be easy. We are going to have to fight. So it may be slow change here also. So this, sorry, I'm getting a couple things at once. So I feel like we are getting like small bits here because the page is about, I'm just getting so much. Hold on. Let me just get my thoughts for a minute. Okay, so I feel like we're slowly going to break free. See how he's still chained to that? I feel like we're slowly going to break free, but I also feel like this is going to be a new beginning that's kind of like, so this is young energy, so it's going to be like a rebirth here. It's going to be a new way to set up a solid foundation because the Pentacles are all about stability. And I also feel like we're not going to take crumbs anymore because the page is like a little bit and this person's fighting. So I feel like we're not going to take crumbs anymore. We want what we deserve here. But I feel like we're also like going to be learning what like we didn't, because I keep getting drawn to this card. Failure is only a way to learn. So I feel like we're going to learn from the failures here, like maybe of how we let people control us or how we were complicit. Do you know what I mean? And that's funny. That was at the bottom, but I kept shuffling. I felt like it needed to come out, but it came out anyway. So we're definitely moving forward. We're plowing through. I feel like this is, yeah. See, there's battling there. We're definitely going to have to forge our new path, but we're going to have to fight for it. I don't think it's going to come very easily. Okay, so how might we do this? Let's just see what happens. Let me look at these. Sorry. So I feel like we need to we may need to detach from our emotions to think logically because it's definitely about communication. So we may need to like really gain some new perspectives here. So that's another reason sometimes you detach from your emotions is so you can get different perspectives. So we need to be more open so we can be more open-minded. Yeah, I feel like someone's going to block the path. I've never noticed this before, but this guy is actually, this is usually the Knight of Wands. This is usually passionate, like creative ideas. But I don't know, I just got drawn to like how that horse is blocking that path there. So maybe blocking our freedom. We may need to like wake up to where our freedoms are being infringed on. And that's what we need to fight and communicate for. Also, I'm getting, so the Knight of Wands can be an in and out energy. So I feel like, but I'm also getting like, you know how like, I'm just going to say the government or corporations, they'll give us a little and then we'll be like, oh yeah, that's great. And then, but they just give us, they give us something to maintain, they give us crumbs, I'm getting like to maintain the status quo. Okay. So like, instead of like giving in totally, they'll give us a small, oh, that's what that was in that song. Hold on a second. I guess this is the part I was thinking about. Well, they passed a law in 64 to give those who ain't got a little more, but it only goes so far. So like, I don't know, like that's what I'm getting. Like I said earlier, I feel like that's, I know this is controversial. You don't have to believe me, but I feel like them passing certain laws, like the civil rights, like, oh, here, we're going to give you a little bit. We're not going to give you everything. Well, we'll give you this to pacify. That's it, to pacify. That's what it is. That's what I'm getting. Like, that's what they've been doing. Like, also, this person is really logical. I feel like this could also be like wake up calls here. Like, you finally realize through like some sort of epiphany or some sort of illusion being lifted that you get a different perspective. Like maybe you've trusted the government or trusted, you know what I mean, on a grand scale, or trusted like well, I don't know anyone who trusts big corporations, but you wake up from some sort of illusion. Maybe that's what's been blocking your path. Like, so maybe that's the block here that I noticed from freedom, is like you wake up to this, like how like they're just pacifying us. Yeah, I feel like it has to do with your waking up to like some sort of, because this card is about independence, and you're waking up that you need to fight for some like real independence, not the illusion of independence. So I feel like, yeah, this is getting some clear information about how our, I feel like things are going to be uncovered that has to do with like how they're pacifying us, or like some sort of illusion they're trying to cast. And when I say they, I'm talking about the powers that be, the ones who are really running the government or the country, you know, and also the corporations, because I feel like, you know, we've been sold a dream that's not true here. Okay, so how else is this going to? Sorry, when I pause, it means that sometimes when I look at the cards, when I stare at them, I get like information. So, because I have to be quiet for a minute. Yeah, I feel like they trap us in some way, because I keep getting drawn to this trap here. So I feel like they're feeding us some sort of illusion that's got us in a trap, okay? And then I'm getting the Pied Piper. So I just got the Pied Piper. You know how he like plays the flute, and it like puts them and they just follow along. But so this is gonna free us up from that. So I think this what this oppression does is it just keeps us depressed. And so I haven't gotten it in a while, but when I first got this deck, I used to hear "Take a Little Piece of My Heart," um, that song, and I just heard it again. I haven't heard it in a really long time when I looked at that card. So I feel like they just take, like, this oppression just kind of kills us slowly. It takes our heart and soul away. So we're like this. We're like, it came right underneath this card. So we're like this. We're just like the colorless. We're just doing the same thing day in and day out. It's almost like Groundhog Day. If you've seen that movie, the same day every day. So it makes us like not use our imagination, like our creative drive is like really low. And I feel like this has to do with class systems too. So this obviously isn't going to be for everybody here, because I feel like this has to do with class systems also. Yeah, I feel like we're giving too much of ourselves. So I just got this. I feel like we're giving too much of ourselves away for corporations, like for our jobs. Like, see how this is exactly, so this person is very nurturing to the point where this could be the negative part of this card. So they give too much of themselves. Like, she's giving her arms and her arms there and her legs, and she's chained. Like, if you look, she's chained there. So, wow, that's crazy. All right. Yeah. I feel like we're really going to have to fight for this change. Yeah. So this is the Seven of Pentacles. Gives me a different feeling than most decks. So I feel like see how he's being controlled there? Like, I feel like he's being studied and controlled. I don't know. Yeah, but this is going to end. Look, illusions. That's crazy. Illusions are going to bring some sort of ending. Like, so this can be an illusion. So I feel like illusions that are going to be lifted here. So that's why I did this. So I feel like the main message is there's going to be a lot of change. There's going to be a lot of upheaval in the next couple of years. But I feel like we can't be in fear mode. We have to, like, you and your loved ones are safe. I'm just going to pull a few cards on, like, the after, but maybe we don't know what's going to happen after. Let's just see. This is my positive deck here. I always pull this for positive. So what will it bring? Obviously freedom in some way. How will we rebuild? What will it bring for us? I feel like more resources. So, but we're going to have to fight for this. I keep getting the Six of Swords too. So I'm not sure. Let me, yeah, I feel like we are not going to. So this is, to me, like almost like a depression or focusing on the wrong things here. Like, so also, I don't know how to describe this without being, I don't want to be offensive to anybody. So like when we've had wrongs done to us, sometimes we can focus only on what the wrong was and like, okay, let's just say how, you know, the Indian people or I don't know, the indigenous people. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying not to be offensive, but how their land was taken and everything. But some, and I'm really not trying. I'm just trying to explain a concept. Focus my, like, like how they hate white people, because I don't know, like I see it from both sides. Like I understand why certain race would hate one other race because of the wrongs that were done, but it's still keeping us divided. That's the point. Like I feel like we aren't going to focus on that anymore. I feel like that's what we're going to move on from, so that we can actually rebuild a healthy society here. This is going to take time though, and focus, and it's not going to be easy. Sorry, hopefully I didn't offend by any type of language. I'm not trying to. Yeah, there it is. See how that's keeping. So this Ten of Swords is about backstabbing, but it's keeping these, it's pulling them apart. So like, not that the backstabbing was like not real and it was terrible, but it's like, see how it's pulling them apart when they can accomplish more by like working together now. Thank you, cards. But look, in the background, there's somebody doing that in the background. It's like, so maybe like powers that be, like kind of like put this kind of out there covertly, and it keeps everyone like fighting. Interesting. So that's going to change though. There's going to be more clarity, and we're going to move away from that so that we can focus and rebuild. So focus on failures from the past to rebuild in a more healthy way here. That's what I'm getting. Interesting. This is so crazy. This is getting a little long. I should probably end it. I just want to keep pulling cards though. It's going to take forever to upload. Yeah. How were we controlled? So these are the things that we're gonna like, yeah, where we were cheated and lied and how we were controlled is going to be like, I feel like there may be an illusion coming, like a reality check about how the government or whoever puts this stuff out there to keep us all arguing so that we can't come together to enact change. That's crazy. I also think at one point Pluto goes into Aquarius sometime this year. So that's funny because this is a star card. And then I have, and also Aquarius is about like social, like humanity, like the things that are good for humanity. Wow. And we have the Strength card. So this is crazy because like we have Capricorn here, the Devil. Then we have the Star. So this is healing, toxicity, having the strength. So the only card that overcomes the Devil is in tarot is the Strength card. So yeah. So we're going to actually overcome the Devil and we're going to heal. So that's going to take time, but there's going to be a lot of change. So my main message basically is to not be afraid of change. Like, yes, it's going to be very difficult. I feel like we're going to have to fight to get I feel like we're going to have to fight to gain our real independence, not the illusion of independence. And just know that you're safe through all this, okay?